Our aim is not only pass CKA exam, right? Our aim is to get job after passing exam. Now, when you will go for the interview related to Kubernetes, the first question you will get is, what is Kubernetes? Now, first impression is last impression. If you give answer it properly, then your entire interview will be very smooth. And that's why in this video, I'm going to provide you detailed explanation about what is Kubernetes. Let's start. In the previous video, we understood what is container, right? Now, let's understand what is definition of Kubernetes. In the previous video, I already provided you one definition, but it was very simple, non-technical definition like Kubernetes is container orchestration tool. You can use this short definition as well, but if we are talking about proper definition, this is a proper definition. Kubernetes is an open source platform that automates the deployment, scaling, networking, and management of containerized application. Kubernetes runs containerized application consistently, means it is actually going to take care of high availability, scalability of containerized app. Scale up or down automatically based on demand, self-heal and recover from failure, provide networking and load balancing for your containerized application. Now, don't worry about all these points, okay? Don't think that how we can do this, because we will talk about all of these points practically, and at that time, when you will perform lab, you can easily understand all this terminology, okay? Right now, you just need to remember this particular definition. In simple word, if we are talking about Kubernetes, Kubernetes is like manager for your containers. It makes sure your application is always running, connected, and ready to serve users. Okay. Now, let's understand about how Kubernetes works. Okay. So here I have one picture. Now, if you look at this particular picture, these are worker nodes. I already explained you yesterday. At that time, I said that container host. Now, container host is now in the terminology of Kubernetes, we call it worker node. In short, inside worker node or container node, we have container runtime like a Docker or containerd. Currently, Kubernetes is supporting containerd, means container runtime allowing us to create containers. Okay. As we have multiple container hosts or worker nodes, we are using Kubernetes. So these are actually normal container hosts which is used to create container. Now, these are my containers which is used to run my application. Now, one thing that you need to understand over here, Kubernetes is actually not going to manage containers directly. Look, these are the containers, but Kubernetes is not going to manage these containers directly. Kubernetes is actually going to manage pods, and containers are running inside pods. Okay. So Kubernetes always communicate with the pods and pods running container inside it. Now, don't worry about pods. We will talk about it. Right now, you just need to remember that Kubernetes is actually going to talk with pods, and we are creating pods inside container. Now, in general, inside one pod, we are always creating one container, but in some case, we have multiple containers running inside pod as well. So these are my worker nodes, and inside this, we are running containers. Now, this is actually real Kubernetes, and we call it Kubernetes control plane. Now, control plane is managing these worker nodes and pods, and pods is managing containers running inside the pods. Okay. So, as we have multiple container host, we must have Kubernetes, and this is actually real Kubernetes control plane, or we can also call it master node, right? Now, don't worry about API, server, scheduler, controller, etc., because we will talk about it in upcoming video. But look at this particular picture and understand that this is Kubernetes control plane, which is used to manage multiple worker nodes. Now, I have only 3 worker nodes, but in real situation or real world, you may have multiple worker nodes available. Okay, and inside Kubernetes control plane, we have all these components, but no need to worry about it. We will discuss about it in upcoming videos. Okay, now let's talk about this particular point. Look, if I have multiple container host, or in the terminology of Docker, we call it like worker node, and if I don't want to use Kubernetes, is it okay? Is it required, or is it compulsory to use Kubernetes? Answer is no. Okay, you can manage multiple container hosts and container running inside host without Kubernetes as well. But if you are not using Kubernetes, you will face some challenges. For example, manually deploy container. You have to go to each and every container host and you have to manually deploy host inside the manually deploy container inside the host. Then manually check if containers are running, manually restart the failed container, manually scale when traffic increase, manually load balance the traffic, and more chance of downtime and error because you are managing environment manually. But if you are using Kubernetes, Kubernetes automates the process. Automatic deployments and rollout, continuously monitor container health, automatically restart failed container, automatically scale based on the traffic, built-in load balancing and service discovery, high availability and self-healing. So Kubernetes is actually providing you all this facility. So now, after these differences, you can understand that how Kubernetes is making your life easier. Means Kubernetes is managing your containers automatically, and that's why Kubernetes is actually required components when you have multiple containers. Now, these are the final advantages of using Kubernetes. It is actually providing a scalability whenever you want to increase your capacity, you want to increase number of containers according to traffic, you can increase it. Kubernetes also provides us high availability for our container environment. You can also load balance the traffic between multiple containers using load balancing. You can also automate the entire application deployment process. Kubernetes providing us a networking facility. Also, we have security facility. Using Kubernetes, we can efficiently use our resources, and Kubernetes provide portability as well. You can run Kubernetes inside cloud or in your on-premises infrastructure as well. So these are actually advantages, or we can say that facilities provided by Kubernetes, and that's why we are always using Kubernetes when I have multiple container hosts. Okay, so now your concept related to the Kubernetes is crystal clear. But if you look at over here, inside Kubernetes, we have API server, scheduler, controller, etc. Now, what is this? We have to talk about this, and in the next video, we will talk about it step by step. Another point that I want to tell you, don't worry about these things, right? Look, many people always thinking like, okay, we are saying that it is going to automate the deployment. It is going to continuously monitor the container, how everything is working, right? No need to worry about it. We will go for the practical. We will perform labs of each and every task, so you will get better understanding. Right now, if you will try to remember this, it will be very difficult for you because we are just talking about the features. But when you will perform labs, your concept will be crystal clear. So don't worry about it. We have just started. Step by step, you will be master of Kubernetes for sure. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Have a nice day. Goodbye.